I've got a unique pizza test here. I was doing at Lidl, and they've got an extra thin, crispy based pepperoni salami pizza now from Alfredo. Trattoria Alfredo. Where is it actually made? Made in Little Island. No, I don't know. I'll have a look later. It would be good to know, wouldn't it? Somewhere in the EU, but probably not Italy or New York. Might be made in New York, in England. Anyway, so I got that and I thought, oh, I've not had an extra thin crispy base one before. And it's £1.30. They're all £1.35. The thick base, the fattest base, the thinnest base. It's all about the base. It's all about £1.35. Anyway, so I thought I'd get that. So you got the little ones again and the big ones just to sex it up. They don't taste any different, I don't think. Those are the cup ones where they could sort of like that. They go a bit different apparently. I've never had one. Right, cooked from frozen 11 minutes. Anyway, while I was there, they've also got mild pepperoni and spicy pepperoni. So I can do a test on pepperoni. You can see there's a difference in the colour. The spicy one's more hot looking as it's darker. I look at the ingredients on the back and it seems to be about the same. Whether they actually aged that one more, but I doubt it for £1.9 each or whatever they were. I'll just put more paprika in, I don't know. And I thought paprika was in chorizo. This is pepperoni, so that's mainly paprika. We will see. Anyway, let's get this out, because would it look like that? That's the first test, marks out of 10. Anyway, the box is quite good. Yeah, it's quite good. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Pretty decent. Let's get it out of the wrapper. Well, I have to say I'm quite impressed. One, because the amount of pepperoni on there. I've actually got the 2 bits out. I'm going to eat those the same as those to see how they compare. That one actually looks like the mild one. That one looks more like the spicy one. So maybe they've done 2, spicy and mild, just to equal it out. But yeah, you look at that and look at that. They've not skimped on the topping. And look at that crust. They are right. It is wafer thin, which is good because it says what you should do. Extra thin. So if you like high protein and fat, high fat and protein, but you don't want to eat carbs because carbs are bad apparently, unlike the rest of the toppings. So you don't like high fibre carbs, which are really good for your bowels, and you want high protein, which is good for your heart. Apart from the cheese and all the fat in the... Well, anyway, I'm getting carried away with... That is a slippy slope. It's a rabbit hole with a slippy slope slide in it. Yeah, so, but look at that. If I can I do that right on the edge? And then I've got forget an infinity pool, I've got an infinity pizza here. Look at that. The only problem is that I've had one of these before in the past, and it was a bit like eating pepperoni on top of a Jacob's cream cracker, because they're that thin. So you have to be careful how you cook them. You can't get them soft and pillowy on the outside and crispy on the outside. You end up quite crunchy. So I'm going to put my oil on the outside and I'm going to cook it for less time than they actually say. Because I don't want it like a Jacob's cream cracker. Although I think it might end up there. But that's pretty good, isn't it? I need one of those 360 cameras. Oh, I've got a 360 camera, just go like that. Oh, God. What was that, like Olympic Games? Should do that. Oh, that swipe to unlock. Oh dear. I've confused me GoPro. Back later. Ooh, we've got to do taste test those first once that defrosted. I never cook pizzas from frozen like they said you should. I always do it really high and really quick, and I put olive oil around the outside just to stop that crispy, not too much. But we'll do those 2 first. We'll have a compare. And it won't take too long to defrost, of course, because it's so thin. Right, let's do the first taste test. Well, that's still defrosting. I haven't got me oil to rub around my rim, so to speak. So I'm just going to do those first. And just notice a second. Approximately 24 slices. Approximately 24 slices. What? These are German. Should be approximate about it. Germans and Adolf made the trains run on time. Was it Mussolini? Oh, he's Italian. Oh, there's a connection, obviously. Anyway, I counted them all out and I counted them all back. As Brian Hanrahan once said with Harrier jump jets down in the Falkland Islands when we bashed the Argies. So yeah, there are 24. But obviously Brian Hanrahan couldn't say 24 Harriers. He had to say, yeah, nobody got shot down. Because the Argies weren't very good at shooting people down. Apart from penguins. Right, let's. I digress. Right, so that's a mild, that's a spicy, that's a little one, and that's a big one. Right, what should we do first? Let's do the mild and the spicy. Well, it's very mild actually. Can you hear that? You have to do that to make it, because I do that when I'm thinking. Alright, let's do the spicy one. It's very mild. That's definitely got more flavour. I wouldn't call it spicy. I'm sure the Tesco ones are a lot hotter. God, I'm going to have to do a taste test on these now. Forget the pizza. Just do pepperoni. That is a better pepperoni. Picked pepperoni. Yeah, that one is very mild. It's greasy though. That's all you want, isn't it? Anyway, let's try this one. So this is. I thought that would be like that, but who knows? You know what? I don't know if it's because it's slightly thicker, but that's got more sausage taste to it. More meaty taste. It's mild still, but it tastes better than that, believe it or not. Ooh, you've let me down. Let's try this one. It's not as spicy as that one. In fact, yeah, I think it is just that one cut smaller, so I couldn't taste it as much. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the. I'm disappointed in that. That's okay, but I'm quite happy with those. It tastes more meaty. Well, there you go. Bob's your uncle. Never buy those. We've got to compare. I've got to get some Tesco's one now. I'm sure they're really paprika forward, as they say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, they were quite spicy. So much so that you can't just eat a whole pack and then try and kiss a girl. Or a man. Or a Schweinfurter. Yeah, you don't want to start kissing anyone after the Tesco ones, but I have to remind myself. Anyway, this has just been a dilly-dalliance. A dilly-dally? A dalliance, yeah. Rather than wait for that to defrost. What I'll do is I'll try and get all the cheese away from the edge, and then I can put some olive oil on, and we can stick it in the oven. And we're going to stick it on high and hot, but we don't want to get that base. Yeah, it's going to be like a 2-minute job, I think. What do they recommend on the actual 200 preheat oven to remove packaging? 10 to 11. 10, what? Well, it's from frozen, but even 15 minutes at 200. My godfathers, that would be like a cracker. Yeah, these are going to be quite hard to cook, I think. I should have got about 3 just to get my eye in, but then I'd be a fat bastard. Right, yeah, we're not doing 15 minutes, but even from fresh, not frozen, it's going to be more like 2 minutes. And that'll still be over, I reckon. Anyway, let's see. Good. It is time to put our pizza in. I'm going to do it for 2 minutes and see how it gets on. Ooh, we have to have some measurements on this one. Could be tricky. Let's see. 240 centigrade. One thin pizza. Okay, checked it after 2 minutes. It's getting there. Got me a big spatula of death, as Slayer would say. Yeah, another 2 minutes, then we'll try and turn it round. Just do not want to overcook it. And there we have it. It's actually cooked on the bottom. We'll just let it rest there for a second. Not gone too crispy. You see they put a little edge in there around the outside. It's very well. I'm not sure it's an Italian man or it's a robot that does that. But yeah, there's a little lip there put in. So I'll just let it cool down, let it rest, and then we'll serve it up in a minute. Looking good so far. Oh, turn the oven. And there we have it. Looks quite good, isn't it? Get on me light. Yeah. Not bad at all. It's very crispy, crunchy. I think I cooked it alright. Which one should we have for the taste test? Let's have this little one. No. Ooh, I like that one. Good. was quite bland. The pepperoni need more pepperoniness. I need to put my extra strong pepperoni on. They've lost their pepperonis in the cooking. That is crunchy though. You need some jalapenos on and some herbs and lots of stuff. You can see where they put the holes in. You probably don't even need those holes for this sort. Cooking. It's alright. Well, yeah. Kids would love this. I thought it might need more punch, and it does. Anyway, I do have a solution. And the solution is, a bit of spice. And some salt and, well, not salt and pepper, some pepper on there as well. Some pepper and some jalapenos, and I think we're rocking then. Right, back in a moment. Okay, some black pepper on it and some jalapenos pickled from the fridge. Yeah, looking really good now. Yeah, I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. Yeah, the base is good, but the toppings are just not good enough. Too bland. The pepperoni, it's normally all about the base, but this time it was all about the lack of taste from the pepperoni. So, yeah, actually, I'm being too generous with 6. I'm going to £1.35 there. All right, forgetting the cost, taste-wise, it's a 4 out of 10. With the cheap £1.35 base, I'm going to say 6, 5.5. Yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't buy one apart from a taste test though. When you want to actually have a nice tasting pizza, you have to spend a bit more money than £1.35.